The Saucony Endorphin Speed 3. Lightweight and designed for fast tempo runs and workouts. But is it as Smurf-tastic as it looks? Well, stick around and find out. Welcome back, everybody. It is D2 with Big Peach Ride and Run, and I'm here to talk about the Endorphin Speed 3. Now, yes, it is a very blue shoe, and the first thing that kind of came to mind was Smurf. So is it Smurf-tastic, as the term was used if you grew up in the early 80s? Smurfs was a cartoon, an animated cartoon that was on TV as growing up as a kid. So that's what I reference, and that's what it kind of reminds me of. So the color, I'm okay with. It's definitely noticeable with that entire blue midsole foam, so it does stand out. But this shoe here is designed to be more for that everyday sort of kind of a trainer for those that are looking for that additional advantage of carbon plate without having to pay the price for a carbon plate. This actually has a nylon plate, very similar to the Endorphin Speed or the Endorphin Pro 3 with a carbon fiber plate. It is also at 8mm drop. So how does this compare? Well, pretty well. There's a couple differences in it between the Endorphin Pro, which I reviewed previously. So the midsole is the exact same thing. It's the Power Run PB, so you're getting the benefits of that very energy and very cushion, energy return, and a lot of cushion in that shoe, in that midsole for both the Pro and the Speed. The difference here is that it has a nylon plate, both 8mm drop, and it's designed more for those that, like I said, they're looking at more for tempo runs and just very quick, fast workouts. If you're looking for a lighter weight shoe, you can race in this shoe if you like, if you don't want to pay the price for that Pro version. So how does it compare? Well, it actually does pretty well. They feel very similar. For me, I really didn't notice a whole lot of difference as far as the ride and the feel. If I had one in each foot, I probably wouldn't notice a whole lot of difference. The key difference between the Pro and the Speed is really, I think, in the stability. While they're both designed to be neutral shoes for those that don't require any type of additional support for pronation, the Pro seems to be a little bit wider, and it sort of kind of helps stabilize that foot based on the width of the shoe as far as the midsole. With this here, it just doesn't, it feels a little bit more stable because it has these little wings here on the medial, or on the lateral side and on the medial side here. So it spans that width, creates a little bit of that stability to keep that foot from rolling in. So it just feels a little bit more stable. As far as the ride, like I said, it's very comfortable. A lot of these new foams are feeling very, very familiar. Even with the Saucony Tempest, the ride felt very, very similar. So it's becoming very commonplace for this type of feel and ride in the shoes, especially when they have that speed roll type of technology that allows you to kind of toe off and makes that transition a little bit easier. So the difference, like I said here, is that it's at a lower price point, sort of more that entry level if you wanted to get into that carbon type of plated shoe, but without that carbon plate, using the nylon plate, gives you that same feel and that same ride as the Pro version. And like I said, I would probably use that specifically for racing only. It's a much lighter weight shoe. This is still a very lightweight shoe. Like I said, great for more of an everyday type of trainer, and you could still use it for race day as well. As far as the upper, very different than the Endorphin Pro. The Endorphin Pro 3 was very open and airy. This has more of that engineered mesh, still very open, still very breathable, but also a little bit softer in the material. So the Endorphin Pro 3, obviously a little bit lighter than the Speed 3, but still not something that you would notice. So overall, I like the fit. There seems to be enough, for me, enough room in the toe box. If you tend to, need a wider, go in a wider width shoe, then a normal width shoe is not going to work for you. You should go and get a wide width version of the Endorphin Speed 3. So overall, I like it. Durability seems to be holding up really well. It does use that XT, I believe it's an XT 9000 outsole. So it does tend to be very durable. I've had about 50 miles in this particular shoe, and it seems to be holding up very well. So how do I use it? Well, for the most part, I've been using it for anything from like light, easy runs to, you know, some quick tempo type of paces. And you don't really notice that quickness and the speed until you actually put the effort into it. And that's when the plate seems to kind of come alive and react along with the Power Run PB. It does get you that energy, but you get what you put into it. So if you're running at an easy pace, it feels very soft and very cushioned. If you tend to have a longer stride and you're stretched out and you're feeling like you can really kind of do a quick turnover and pick up the pace, the shoe reacts to that and is able to kind of keep up with it, keep up with you and the pace that you're trying to hold. And it does reward you for that effort, and it makes the miles seem much, much smoother. So for the most part, I've gone and taken the shoe out, really kind of easy runs, daily trainer. But one time I went out, it's like, well, let me pick up the pace. I'm feeling pretty good, and man, it felt awesome. This is a shoe I would definitely do a 5K, 10K with easily, without no hesitation. And like I said, if I'm willing and I feel strong enough to really throw down, you know, some efforts, the shoe is going to reward. So what do you think? Have you tried it out yourself? Have you been running in the Saucony Endorphin Speed 3? Well, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts and what you have to say about this shoe. Stick around for more reviews coming up, and don't forget to like and subscribe. It does really help the channel out, and I'd really appreciate you doing so. So until next time, just go out there and enjoy some long runs, and catch you later.